You, you. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? How y'all feeling? What's going on? This is your boy T Gold, along with my guy Just Cheese. Cheese, how you doing, man? How you
So
feeling?
man,
You
I'm
good?
good. Yes.
Yeah, man. I see they got you laced up with the braids, man. She did a good job, man. She
Yeah.
did a good job, man. Word up.
Somebody echo.
Yeah, we got a little echo, but I'm gonna probably mute it out. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Had to mute that out. Y'all already know how we do, man. This is episode 127 of the TCK Web3 News Roundtable. This is World Cup Sunday, y'all. It's halftime. The World Cup is 0-0 right now. That's why I got on the World Cup merch. And as you can see, we got our World Cup players, jerseys in the frames over here, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you're watching us live on YouTube, you're watching us live on IG, we appreciate y'all tapping in. You know what I'm saying? You know, and like we do every Sunday, we're gonna run down some of the top Web3 news that hit the block this week. All right, it's a lot of stuff that's been going on. And I'm super excited about today because ABC, man, is going on tour, man. The flyer is out, so we're gonna start promoting the flyer. We're gonna get that out, right?
I don't know if you can start posting it yet.
Oh, we don't want to post it yet? Okay,
No.
but we're working on marketing that to get that popping, so all of these cities know that we're gonna be popping up in a city near you in Georgia. All right. Also, Cheese, man. You today, man. You was kicking it today, man. You want to talk to the people about what's going on where you was at today, or you want to just keep that on the wraps too? How you want to play it?
Yeah, I could say something about it.
All right, cool, cool. Well, also I gotta ask, how you doing? How you feeling? And how was your weekend, brother?
Uh, yeah, the weekend's been great so far. Uh, uh, Friday. Well, for one, my parents are in town, so I've been spending as much time as I can in
Dope.
between all this work stuff with them. So on Friday, uh, I was home for the most part, and we did some grocery shopping as a family, and then uh, what else happened on Friday? Oh yeah, I went to get my hair braided. Uh, but outside of that, then uh, Saturday I was just knocked out, like spent some more time with family,
No doubt.
and then I went to sleep like mad early, uh,
That's good,
like
man.
9 p.m. But
Got some rest.
I was after being out all day. I went to this art show as well, real quick. Pop in, the art show was pretty dope.
Who's art show?
My friend, one of the artists that he is our business partner, it was his art show. So I went there, it was dope. And the artist's name is Rome, and he had he had about 5 paintings that he was selling, but the way that the show was being done, it was like a day party type vibe. So
Oh, that sounds lit.
there was music outside, and like a big bar outside, but there was also a bar inside, and it was connected to a restaurant, so it was just good, pretty good vibes.
Yeah, that sounds lit. That
Yeah.
sounds lit.
Uh, Overall, it was dope. And then today, started shooting 4 episodes. We still have 3 more episodes to shoot, but we started shooting a new series called it's called Own Lane.
Own lane.
Own Lane. Yes.
Okay.
We're in our own lane.
Okay.
With this one
That's,
right here.
that's for sure.
So it's a series produced by myself and Jay Rich.
Dope.
but it's hosted by Jay Rich, who will be interviewing Tia, Marlon, and Chris in the individual episodes highlighting different facets around blockchain. One being stablecoins, two being the Clarity Act, and three being the crypto AI intersection.
Dope.
So those are, in the fourth episode will just be a touch on Jay Rich's platform, building a new ecosystem for artists to share and own their piece of the work with one another, right? And doing that all on his platform under his new project coming out. I won't say the name of it, but he got some new work in the motion. So
Dope.
that's just this will be released alongside that.
That's fire, man. Shout out to Jay Rich. Shout out to you, Marlon, Tia, Chris. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Putting that together. Because y'all already know all roads lead to ABC, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't mention the block party, right?
Yeah, we mentioned Block Party.
Let's go. Let's go. So we got Block Party South. That's going to be September, right?
September 19th.
September the 19th, man. Block Party South is going down, man. Looking forward to that. You know what's trippy, man? I think a week before that is my 30-year class reunion. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm about to be 48 this year, y'all. You know what I'm saying? In October. So, I got my 30th high school and, class reunion, man. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be lit, man. I'm going to have a good time pulling up to that. And then right after that,
You're
we're
going
gonna
to
have
New
the
York
Block
for
Party. Yeah. That's gonna be back in the town. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be back in the city. Doing my thing, man. Word up. Energy of the city is lit. Knicks is up. Hove is up. You know what I mean? City is litty. So happy about that, man. Super happy. Excited to go back home, man. So, Cheese, if you don't mind, still keep up with the World Cup, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to see if there's gonna be because we at halftime when we started. You know what I'm saying? So, just if somebody scores, because I don't know if people got bets on calcium or poly market, but we gotta get into the topics because Drizzy Drake just put 1.5 mil on Argentina to win. All right. So we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be talking about Bank of America appointing new leaders to drive AI and digital assets into their strategy. You know what I'm saying? So looking forward to talking about that. We also gonna be talking about somebody from Florida, man. They did something real slick and malicious, man. This dude in Florida, he was arrested for a malware scheme that stole about $220,000 in crypto, right? And he did that through Steam games. You know what I'm saying? So those that play Steam games, you gotta look out for the games that we're gonna mention that he threw that malware in. Also, we're gonna talk about Galaxy Digital. They actually partnered up with Texas Tech to name the stadium. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have the naming rights to the stadium. So maybe it's gonna be the Galaxy Digital Stadium that Texas Tech will be playing in. You know what I mean? Shout out to all of the students out there in Texas Tech University. All right. And then also, some people said NFTs are dead, man. But some people beg to differ. Companies like Crypto.com, they are actually doing something with their NFT project. I don't know if y'all know this, but they got an NFT collection that came out during the NFT hype. It's called Loaded Lions. So they're coming out with a Web3 mobile game. All right, so we're going to talk about that. And also, to set it off, man, we're going to talk about SBF and him getting denied a pardon. They're getting out because, all these crypto bros is getting out. Trump doing presidential pardons. So, we're going to talk about it, man. And also, we're going to talk about some of the stories that happened all last week, all right? Because I know Thursday, didn't get a chance to make it out there. I had to pick up my baby girl from the airport. Actually, I picked up both my daughters 2 days back to back. They was on vacay. You know what I'm saying? Picked up one from DreamCon. My oldest went to DreamCon. And shout out to my oldest daughter Trinity and my youngest Kalinda. Man, they was out vacationing, man. You know, my youngest, she celebrated her grandmother's 60th birthday on a cruise, man, with the fam. So that was dope. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that. All right. Also, my boy Dre, he couldn't pull up this Thursday neither, man, to do the news recap. So this is another reason why we're gonna do some of the headlines of some of the news articles that hit the gram last week. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about it, yo. We're gonna talk about it. All right. Anything else you want to set it off with? Because we got Blue, who's hosting the spaces. You know what I'm saying? Because for those that don't know, if you got an Android phone, Twitter, aka X, just did a new update. And then they off update, you know what happened? People who got Android phones, they can't start spaces. So yeah, I got an Android phone. They're a proud Android user. But I can't start a spaces now until they fix the bug and they update. All right, so hopefully they can get that right by next week. But until then, we got Blue. Cheese held it down last week as far as setting off. You know, last week I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was just tight. But now I know it was a bug with them. I know it wasn't me. So now we got Blue. She set off the actual spaces for us today. So I appreciate her holding us down. And Blue, how you doing? How you feeling? What's going on? Mm. Cheese, can you pick anything up? Can you go on the spaces and see what's going on? Because they got me as a listener, but my mic's still on, so this is kind of bugged out. So those live on YouTube, those live on IG, Blue look like that. There's a delay. The audio is on YouTube and Instagram, but for some reason, Twitter is acting up, man. I don't know what's been going on with Twitter, man.
And it is the last FIFA, so you know I'm enjoying this weekend, and just looking at all
You want to get
the
out and try to get back in?
interesting um,
Leave and come back in?
news lines that's happening inside of crypto, I would say, and also inside the NFT market. Um, and I don't know if we're going to talk about it today or not, but I'll say that looking out for the Pudgy Penguin drop this morning in Target.
Now keep it up so we can hear.
Hmm?
Keep up the volume.
Is nice FIFA.
All right, Blue. I just sent you a request. I had to get back into the spaces. So, like you were saying, today is the last day of FIFA. It's the finals, man. And yesterday, who was it? England and France. They played. I think England they won.
Can't hear you.
You know, but we still live on IG. We still live on YouTube. So just to keep everything copacetic, I'ma still, still be talking until I get the request up because I'm waiting for the request from Blue.
Keep up the volume.
Your shit is on. Your mic is on.
My mic is not on.
All right, we having technical difficulty, folks. I don't know what the hell is
If
going
you got,
on.
okay, there you
I
go.
just sent you a request. I had to get back into the spaces.
There we go.
So, like you were saying, today is the last day of FIFA. It's the finals, man. And
So all I know is that my mic is tripping because on my end, it looked like the request has still been sent. And then at the same time, I don't know if I can. I don't know what's going on, y'all. Shit tripping. So Blue, I might have to have you and Cheese just actually go ahead and speak so I can get on stage afterwards. But y'all all got the topics. There we go. So all I know is that my mic is tripping because on my end. All right, we on right now. We on right now. So she can hear the audio from YouTube, so that's where she hearing the audio from. She can hear the audio from YouTube, so that's where she hear the audio from. All right, so we got things right. We got things in order, man. Yo, Twitter, y'all need to get right, man. You know what I'm saying? Instagram, YouTube, we apologize for the issues, but Twitter is tripping. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this spaces. This is 127 episodes in, so the past two episodes have been janky because Twitter has not let Android users start a spaces. So I gotta go through Blues or my guy Just Cheese Twitter account to get the spaces right. But regardless of what, rain, sleet, snow, holidays,
So just to
World
let you
Cups.
know, we're good on the X side. We can hear you.
All right, great. That's good. That's great. Thank you, Blue. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So I don't know if the people heard you last time. So can you please repeat what you said because I want to know how you're feeling, what's going on with you, how was your weekend, and I appreciate you holding down the actual spaces for us today, man. Setting that off for us.
For sure, for sure. Hey, listen, we are professionals, and I am proud of us. I think what was it last week? We had to talk over music and keep like everything, all of our thought processes in order, and we killed it. Um, so we're gonna figure this thing out. It definitely can't hold us down. I'm excited about what Pudgy's is doing. I'm excited about the just NFT space and just like a whole. There's a lot of activity and moves that are happening. Um, Pudgy's is they have a new pack out in Target, and they're selling out. So it, these other groups coming in with this TCG game is crazy. And they definitely have changed how I would say like regular us Web3 companies can approach a bigger entity like a Target or a Walmart or something like that.
Nah, big facts, Blue. Yeah, man. Target, Pudgy Penguins. We know Target has some controversy with them rolling back their DEI shit, and us black folks boycotting them. But there's a lot of other companies. To Jay Z's point in his freestyle, he called out Microsoft. He called out Meta. You know what I'm saying, which is Instagram and all that. He's calling out all the other platforms that roll back their DEI shit, and people still using these platforms. They're not boycotting it. But Target, I guess because that was the main target of the boycott. So people felt some kind of way, and on top of that, he mentioned Colin Kaepernick during the freestyle, so it was very controversial. But if you are interested in getting these Pudgy Penguin, you know, trading card games, man, they at Target, and like she said, they selling out, man. So we talked about that, last week. So thank you for that update, Blue, for letting us know that these things is moving and they selling like hotcakes, man. So jump on it, man. Word, Blue. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So who you going for in this World Cup, man? Who you going for, man? I got to ask both my co-hosts, man. Who y'all going for?
Spain.
Cheese going for Spain? Oh, that's surprising. Okay, Blue, who you going for?
I'm ripped. I want to say Messi, but like he's got it already, so I think I'm gonna go for Spain.
Okay, shout out to Spain. So we got the medallions. We yo, come on, man. We World Cup ready, man. You know what I'm saying? So we got the Spain and the Argentina medallions. We got the Lionel Messi, blue marble statue up here for y'all visual pleasure. You know what I'm saying? So we stay Web3 wavy and we stay in touch and in tune with the culture, man, no matter what's popping, you heard? So, Cheese, is there any updates on the World Cup? Anybody scored?
Spain almost scored, but 0-0 still.
0-0 still. All right, cool. Appreciate the update, man. Appreciate the update. All right, man. So let's get into it, man. So Cheese, he Web3 wavy with the H bar socks. You know what I mean? Shout out to H bar. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing big things out there. Shout out to Hedera, man. All right, so let's talk about it, y'all. Let's get into it, man. All right. So seems like the U.S. Senate has unanimously
we stay in touch and
opposed
in tune with the culture, man. No matter what's
Sam Bankman-Friedman's pardon. All right, so he tried to go for a pardon, and they deaded him on that, man. So let me tell you like this: the U.S. Senate has unanimously approved a bipartisan resolution declaring that FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried should, under no circumstances, receive a presidential pardon, um, a sentence commutation, or any other executive clemency. Introduced by Senator Cynthia Lummis. Shout out to Cynthia Lummis, man. She a big proponent of crypto, man. And Ruben Gallagio. The symbolic measure follows Bankman-Fried's formal clemency request while serving a 25-year prison sentence for orchestrating one of the largest financial frauds in U.S. history. Although the resolution is not legally binding and cannot limit the president's constitutional pardon authority, it sends a strong bipartisan message that lawmakers believe SBF should remain fully accountable for the collapse of FTX and the billions of dollars in customer losses. Okay, so yeah, he ain't getting out no time soon, man. You know what I mean? He was in there with Diddy at one point too, so that was crazy. You know, but yeah, he ain't going nowhere, man. He ain't going nowhere. He gonna be sitting for a minute, man. Next time he come out, you know, he got a head full of gray hair, man. You know, he might have some tattoos. He might be gangster. You know what I'm saying? Who knows, man? You know, that's a long time to spend in prison, man. But you know, they got to use him as an example. So that is an interesting story. You know, so I just got to ask my co-host, y'all got any thoughts on that? You know what I'm saying? Because that's just one of the most, you know, current updates on what's going on with SBF. And on top of that, I think we got to talk about a couple other stories that I didn't send to y'all, man. You know, that deadline that we were supposed to meet for our senators to sign off on the Clarity Act, they missed that deadline. I believe it was like July 17th or something like that. I don't know. Maybe Tia can correct me. But reason why they missed the deadline is because of ethics. You know, and Cynthia Lummis, she actually mentioned that as well. There has to be some kind of ethics rules involved when it comes to clarity, and there wasn't any. So now they're gonna go to recess, and because they're gonna go to recess, it won't be until I think August, maybe August 19th or something like that, when the next time they go back in the session, because they're about to go on break.
Not to mention midterms coming up.
And midterms is right after that. So that's the issue that we are having, man. They can't get their shit together when it comes to ethics. So Trump already made $2 billion, so he should just be like, all right, man, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But you know, greed. People who are greedy, man, they never are satisfied. You know, greed is unsustainable. You know what I'm saying? So if Trump puts up any fight against the ethics rule, I mean, come on, bro. You made $2 billion. You know what I mean? Just let the ethics rule pass. You made your money, and let's get clarity. You know, in the United States, man. You know what I mean? Because countries like Japan, they getting their shit together when it comes to crypto taxes. They just went from trying to tax crypto like at 50% down to 20%. You know what I'm saying? They got their stable coin and all that. You know, so Japan is moving way faster when it comes to crypto regulations, faster than the U.S., man. So I gotta ask, even though that wasn't one of the topics, but I gotta ask my co-host, what's your thoughts on Are U.S. senators not getting their shit together when it comes to ethics? There's been a lot of Republicans who feel like, yeah, we shouldn't overlook it. I mean, we should overlook it because a lot of Republicans are pro crypto too. So, who want to go first? Cheese, you want to go first? Yeah. All right.
Uh, my opinion here is that we definitely need to speed up things in the U.S. Right? We continue to be our biggest defender against our own selves, and it's definitely impacting the way people are going to leave this country, where we need innovation in the space, where we can lead the charge on the innovation in the space, and they're going to go work elsewhere because we lack clarity. So there's a gang of money, gang of productivity that's sitting on the sideline if we could just get this right.
That's a super fact, man. That's a super fact. So, we know that there's gonna be people, you know, whether they're retail investors or major financial institutions willing to get into the space once the clarity is there, man. So, Blue, what's your thoughts on our U.S. regulators not being able to get this thing done before they went to recess, as far as the Clarity Act and the ethics rule that they trying to integrate into the Clarity Act? What's your thoughts?
For sure. I think that is being delayed because the older money is still trying to position itself to get into this game. There's a lot of old money that they have to move. There are companies that are coming in and they're setting up their treasuries. They're hiring people for like the lead of stable coins and things like that. So I think that it's a tense fight that we're seeing right now, as far as like why this isn't moving. But I personally believe that it's the older groups, entities that are slowing this down, because they definitely see that it erases them. Like, we don't need banks, but you see that banks are rolling out stable coins. So I personally think that it's slowing this down to make it on purpose delayed to let these other entities come in. And they're just trying to hold it back as much as possible.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You know, these older financial institutions, they trying to prevent this from passing too. Because from their end, the stable coins, yeah, that's disrupting, what they want to give us. They don't want to give us 3, 4, hell, even 5% yield on our money. They want to continue to give people 0.05% interest on their money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the banks, they definitely, that's another gang of individuals that crypto had to go up against when it comes to regulation, man. So good point, Blue. So speaking of banks, Bank of America has appointed Sonali Thiessen,
that's disruptive.
and hold up.
They want to give us. They don't want to give us.
Hold up, let me lower this mic. I don't know what's going on. My bad, y'all. Let me run that back. Pardon. So, Bank of America has appointed Sonali Thiessen as head of its global digital assets platform and Kevin Milsom as head of AI transformation for its global markets division, reinforcing the bank's commitment to integrating blockchain technology and artificial intelligence into traditional finance. All right. So, with Bank of America appointing new leaders to drive AI and digital assets, man, I think this is just the tip of the iceberg for what all the other banks are going to be doing, because all the banks are going to have to follow suit. All right. So, Thiessen will lead initiatives involving stablecoins, tokenized deposits, and digital asset custody, Also, blockchain-based settlement, while Malsum will oversee the deployment of AI to enhance trading automation, okay, and operational efficiency across the bank's markets business. All right. So the leadership changes reflect a broader shift among major financial institutions as they move beyond blockchain research and accelerate the adoption of tokenized assets, programmable payments, and AI powered financial services, positioning these technologies as core components of next generation banking infrastructure. Okay. So, with all that being said, to Blue's points, you know, the banks are still using blockchain technology, behind closed doors. That's why we bring this news to y'all every week. So you can stay informed of what's going on, because if you hear mainstream media, you're going to see these big banks and representatives coming in talking about how they don't want blockchain technology, you know. So unfortunately, you gotta watch what they doing behind the scenes. So they'll tell you one thing in mainstream media, but they'll be doing things behind the scenes, that's really, you know, contradicting to what they're telling us in the public eye. All right. So just know Bank of America, they into AI and blockchain technology, and using AI agents for trading is gonna be a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. So I gotta ask my co-host, Blue Cheese, what's your thoughts on this? Who wanna go first?
I go.
All right, go ahead, Cheese.
Yeah, I just on the part that you just mentioned, I 100% agree that they're going to be using AI for trading. Like one key area is just like liquidity, searching for liquidity, right? And it's not necessarily uh, all about trading. Like trade, when I mean all about trading, I mean like we're this black and white trading.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by that is like there is data that AI can find faster and better than us, and some of that is on charts. That is liquidity data,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you want to be able to say, okay, over the last week, where's liquidity and where is it going to go? You can use AI for stuff like that, as opposed to just like looking on a regular chart and being able to, discern that that'll take a certain amount of human time,
That's right.
right? So I do definitely think AI trading is going to be done. It's going to be marketed to us in different ways. Like some of us going to end up paying for companies that are going to do it on our behalf with this agentic service that they'll monetize. But ultimately speaking, you know, it's necessary.
Nah, good points, Cheese. Good points, man. So yeah, we will definitely keep our eyes on this story, and we gotta ask Blue her thoughts on Bank of America adopting blockchain technology, as far as actually having people of positions overseeing, integrating this technology and AI. They're gonna be using, autonomous agents for trading. What's your thoughts on this, Blue?
Uh, it's going to happen. All these companies are going to start doing this. So I think, some of these banks are trying to get ahead of the game, be ready, because they know that there is going to be some type of legislation passed. What? Is it going to be the Clarity Act? We don't know. But something's going to happen. They already have like stuff around stable coins and stuff like that. So these banks are moving with or without paperwork right now. And I just think that they see what's happening around the world. Um, so it only makes sense that they're going to have a head of AI that kind of does like the search, kind of like how Chi said, AI going out and finding that data, and then also being able to track what you're doing as like a user.
Nah, Blue, those are great points. Those are great points. Just tracking that data is important, man. Extremely important, man. So I thank both of my co-hosts for their thoughts on that. And man, this next story is kind of funny. You know, it's not funny for the victims of the actual crime, but this story is pretty funny to me. All right. So we're gonna take a page out of the Breakfast Club when they say, "Guess what race it is?" I'm gonna give y'all the headline, and I want to see if y'all can guess the race of the individual who committed this crime. Okay?
Actual crime. But this story is
So
pretty funny to me, right?
this guy is a Florida man, was arrested for a Steam game malware scheme that stole 220K in cryptocurrency. Now, he was only 21 years old and he's from Florida. So I got to ask my co host, guess what race it is? Jeez, who will go first? You?
Is he white?
White? Okay. Blue, what's your thoughts? Cheese thick is white. Blue, based on this headline. Guess what race it is?
uh, I'll just say cheese. Maybe you're not close. I think he had the individual has some melanin in it.
Oh man, you must have saw this the photo floating around the internet because yes, I'm gonna tell you his name, y'all. His name gave it all away. So federal authorities have arrested 20-year-old Zaire Dontavius Zamarian Wilkins. If that's not a black ass name, yo, I'm gonna tell you like this. There's been a lot of kids, right, who's like 25 and under, whose name their first name ends in Tavius, like Don Tavius, Quintavious. I think Quavo's name is Quintavious or some crazy shit like that. But they've been watching a little bit too much 300, man. You know, a little bit too much.
Black ass
you know,
Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Greek war movies, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of, aviuses are floating around, man. This shit is funny as hell, man. So he's from North Lauderdale, Florida, right? So they arrested him for allegedly helping to operate a malware campaign that hid cryptocurrency stealing software inside downloadable Steam video games, leading to the theft of at least 220K in digital assets. So, according to the FBI, the scheme infected approximately 8,000 computers and compromised nearly 80 crypto wallets between May 2024 and February 2026 by disguising malicious code in games such as, listen out for this if you play Steam games, Pirate 5, Block Blasters, Dashverse, Lampy, and Luna. So rather than attacking blockchain networks, the malware targeted users' computers to steal wallet credentials, highlighting that endpoint security remains one of the biggest risks for crypto holders. Okay, so investigators reportedly traced portions of the stolen funds through blockchain transactions used to purchase digital gift cards, demonstrating how blockchain forensics continue to play a growing role in identifying and prosecuting crypto-related cybercrime. And also, I heard that they caught up with him through his DoorDash orders. So yeah, man. Shout out to that young black man for being smart. But unfortunately, you got arrested, man. So I mean, hell, he's probably gonna get hired by FBI or somebody. You know what I mean, or one of these three-letter, agencies because they usually do that. Somebody who usually hacks into something or creates something pretty innovative, but they use it for malicious intent. They just try to flip them to like a white hat criminal. I mean, a white hat hacker. So I gotta ask my co-host, what's your thoughts on this young gentleman, this brother from Florida, being innovative enough to create something like this, But he ended up going to jail for it. Cheese, you want to take this first?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, brother?
Oh, yeah, you see me? Okay. Uh, Overall, for me, I think, like you said a good part of it, which is like the cavalierious, the cowboy remedy of like figuring things out or building things like this, where in this case, it's very much a scam to want to build code that can hijack like a Steam download and take over one's computer, but that technology is used in other ways for good purposes,
Mm-hmm.
right? So to that extent, I could see, you know, it would be cool conceptually wise if we had a game that unlocked something and uh, we were able to unlock it through purchase it in as something as simple as a Steam game.
Right.
And they have those things,
Oh, okay.
but not really so much on the Web3 side.
Mm.
So the technology is there, right? Or the
Mm-hmm.
proof of logic is there based
Mm-hmm.
upon what this guy was able to do.
That's right.
Right now, granted, we can put that logic to better use, and that's where your point is. Like, will there be opportunity for that if he was to, get go reform or something?
Yeah, man. Nah, that's a great point. That's a great point, man. So I don't know why we got this crazy echo, man. But nah, I appreciate your thoughts on that, cheese. Blue, what's your thoughts on this young gentleman using his skills, man, his tech skills, to create this malicious software in Steam games to take people's information?
It's unfortunate. He's a very intelligent young man, clearly, and I'm just like, could you not have like directed your talent to be able to acquire funds in a more less grifter way? Like, if you're that good, dude, he could have built something where he could have like actually generated revenue where he's not stealing from people. Um, but yeah, it's that's pretty bad. Like, and then it makes you want to be on top of things, as far as when it comes to making sure that you're not a part of any of these games that create these little wallets, and you don't have like custody over them, because that, I mean, he's just a great example of showing like what's gonna happen, and then those GTA dudes better figure it out before like a whole bunch of these 20-year-olds come out here and just start taking people's wallets. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's unfortunate. He's clearly a smart individual, but not so smart. Like, they found you on some DoorDash type stuff. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yo, that's funny, yo. That's funny, man. But yeah, that's unfortunate, man. To your point, man. He's brilliant, but he used it in the wrong way. And yeah. Also to your point, if GTA, they might want to take note of this too, man, because I'm sure there's gonna be people that's gonna be trying to do some shit like that. Any which way they can find any flaws in the system and exploit it. For their own financial gain, they're gonna do it. You know what I mean? So but I just thought that story was interesting because they definitely was plastering his face all over the internet. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? This is a brother that did that. Usually, it'd be like an Asian kid or, a white dude. This time it was a brother, but he clearly smart, but, not that smart. He got caught. So, yeah, man. These next few stories, I'm so happy to talk about these stories. I ain't even gonna lie. Um, let's talk about Galaxy Digital. All right. So we talked about FTX earlier. So FTX, they used to have a stadium, right, named after them. All right. So it was down in Miami. That's where the Heat played, the FTX Stadium, right? Since he got locked up, they renamed it. I forgot what it's called now, but they had to rename it. So another Web3 company, Galaxy Digital, shout out to Mike Novogratz. He's a billionaire and he's one of the champions for crypto and blockchain technology. Man, his company, Galaxy Digital, is expanding its presence in sports, AI, and blockchain through a 15-year naming rights agreement with Texas Tech University that will rename the Red Raiders' home field Galaxy Stadium beginning with the 2026 college football season. Valued at more than $70 million, according to multiple reports. The deal also makes Galaxy the university's official digital assets and data center partner. Wow, they opening a data center too, extending the partnership beyond branding into AI infrastructure, blockchain innovation, and high performance computing. So the partnership will also create name, image, and likeness (NIL) opportunities for student athletes through marketing campaigns and community initiatives. So I really like this story, man, because it seems like Galaxy Digital, they're doing something a little bit different. The data centers was interesting, and also AI. So they look like they're trying to educate the students, not just trying to just put their name on the side of a stadium. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that they also going to be doing NIL deals. They might even put some of those NIL deals on chain. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be interesting to see how Galaxy Digital, you know, makes this brand partnership, which is extremely dope. This is super dope. We got Crypto.com Arena out in LA. That used to be the Staples Center too. So this definitely ain't the first time, but just to hear the educational aspect to this is super dope, man. Super dope, man. So it's $70 million deal. So, who want to go first? Blue, you want to take this first?
We got Crypto.com Arena out in LA that you definitely the first time, but just to hear the educational
I
aspect.
don't know if you can hear it.
Blue, if you can hear us, can you share your thoughts on this? If not, we're gonna let Cheese go and then let you jump on stage.
Yeah, I think this is quite interesting. Um, because there are data centers popping up around other universities, and it's just interesting. Like, is there no other way for us to produce data centers without doing this? Because it's just basically like, I'm coming in to take your land and resources, and I'll throw some education to the kids. So I hope that this data center stuff with these universities, like there's a data center, they're planning a data center in Michigan, and like you said, with Georgia Tech, there's like two more other areas. They're trying to pop up data centers as well, because of the space. Because most universities are located in areas where like the land is cheaper. It's just something to really watch. Like, I'm not a fan of how data centers are popping up all around us, but I do think like it's also on the other side of it, the tech side. That's really cool that they have like opportunities for NIL deals and the students getting involved. So yeah, I mean, I think it's good and bad, but yeah, that's my take.
Nah, Blue, I appreciate that. I appreciate your thoughts on that. And yeah, it's gonna be super dope to watch how this partnership, benefits the students, man. Cheese. What's your thoughts, brother?
Uh, I was gonna play off the part that you left off, uh, Blue, but I was gonna come from the angle of opportunity. All right, Texas Tech is a technical school, after all,
Mm.
So this will give them opportunities to potentially innovate in house. To your point.
Jeez. What you
That's
thought,
right.
brother?
In-house innovation, and
I was in
other
the
schools like to
party
Blues
that
Point,
much.
doing data centers, and not only that, having classes and courses teaching students about AI and blockchain technology. So, yeah, this is dope, man. This is dope. All right. So we are keeping it short today because it's the World Cup. So we're gonna try to go out and catch some of this World Cup because how much time we got left?
Oh, the game is almost done.
It's almost done
Well, technically yes,
because it's
but
still 0-0,
but
right?
it's 0-0, but it's extra time. So uh, they're most likely, unless somebody scores in the next 3 minutes, they're gonna go to extra time.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So yeah, man, I'm going with Argentina, man. I fucks with Lionel Messi, man. And it was epic to see that, 21 years later from that photo that that young gentleman took with Lionel Messi when he was in the bathtub. You know what I'm saying? As a baby, for them to meet like 20 something years later is crazy. So now that's super dope, man. Super dope. So speaking of the World Cup, let's get into it. Let's talk about Drake, man. Drizzy Drake, man. All right. So his wave kind of got quiet since Hove came through the building. You know what I'm saying? When Hove came to Yankee Stadium, you know what I mean? It kind of took the air out of Drake's sails, man. You know what I mean? So
This is dope, man.
Drake
This is
has
dope.
placed a
Right? So we are keeping
$1.5
it
million
short today.
wager in Tether
World Cup. So we're gonna
USDT
try to
on
go out and catch some
Argentina
of
to
this World
defeat
Cup.
Spain
How much time
in
we got
the
left?
2026 FIFA World Cup final,
It's
further
almost done.
spotlighting the growing role of crypto in
Yes.
sports
Because
betting.
it's still 0-0.
All right.
Right?
So
All
the
right.
bet
So
placed through crypto sportsbook stake, obviously, because he's a big,
they're most
you
likely
know, ambassador
unless
for
somebody
stake,
scores in the next 3 minutes,
would
they're gonna go to
return approximately
extra
$2.9 million,
time.
dollars,
Okay.
almost 3 mil. So basically, he's doubling his
So yeah,
bread
man,
if
I'm going with
Argentina
Argentina, man.
successfully defends
I
its
fucks with
title.
Lionel
And this
Messi.
is be
And it was
it'll
epic
be
to
epic
see that,
because Argentina will be
21
back to
years
back
later, that
championships
photo
winner if they do this too.
that
Right. So
young gentleman took
the high profile wager has
Lionel
gone
Messi when
viral
he was in
across
the
social media
bathtub.
and
You know what I'm
underscores
saying?
how stable
Baby,
coins have become
for
a
them to meet
preferred method
like
for crypto
20
sports
something
books
years later is
due
crazy.
to their price
So now,
stability and near instant settlement.
so speaking of
So
the World Cup,
the bet also
let's talk about
revives the famous
Drake, man.
Drake
This is Drake, man.
curse.
Right?
Okay? A
So
popular
this
internet
is
superstition
way from this.
suggesting teams backed
Got
by the
quiet
rapper
since Hope.
often lose. That is a thing. That is a thing. Drake has been known to post some of his bets and his wagers on certain teams, and a large percentage of the time the teams lose. So it might be a negative for Argentina that Drake actually put some bread up on them, but we gonna see, man. We gonna see. So, Cheese, Blue, who wants to go first? What's your thoughts on this? You want to go for?
Yeah, I go.
All right, go ahead, Cheese.
Let's go Spain.
He said, "Let's go Spain." That's funny, y'all. Blue, what's your thoughts?
I think Drake is like people don't come for me, but it's Drake. So somebody who copy pastas their rap lyrics is, you know what I'm saying? Just like, all right, let me post this. And unfortunately, it's like whenever he posts that he is in favor of a team, that team goes down. I don't know what the deal is with that, but that team goes down. But yeah, I am not a fan of that dude at all. But I think he needs attention or whatever. He gotta pull himself up, from getting his butt whooped by the collective artists. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like be careful. And I feel bad for the team because it's like you don't want Drake rooting for you at all.
Yo, that is so funny, yo. That is so funny. So yeah, man. Yo, thank you for your commentary on that, Blue, man. So Yeah, it's a thing. It's real. It's a real thing. It's the Drake curse, and having Drake betting on you is not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Not a good thing. So it's funny, man. It's funny. So, but if he do come up, he's already a millionaire. He's already up. So I think maybe he should disclose. Did he get that USDT, that tether, directly from Stake? That's what he in hot water for right now too. You know what I'm saying? There's lawsuits, him, academics, and academics
Unfortunately,
TV
just like when
with
he's
academics
in
TV,
favor
which
of
is
a team, that team
hold
goes
up,
down.
hold up. Let me lower
So
this. I don't know what's going on.
I think maybe we should.
Academics TV is ran by a guy named George Gwynn, and he's an Asian dude, but his handle is uh like something academics chat nigga or some shit like that. It's something stupid like that. You know what I'm saying? So they got a lawsuit. We talked about this, I think, at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying, or at top of the year, one of the two. But we talked about it some months ago, and it's just now starting to catch traction. So we be ahead of the curve with a lot of shit. But yeah, man, if y'all watching the game is almost over. Cheese is watching it live. You know what I'm saying? So we want to have some stories dedicated today for the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? I got the World Cup shirt on, and we got the Argentina and Spain medallions up along with the Lionel Messi statues, you know what I mean? So we
It's
stay
just
in
now
theme,
starting to
man.
catch
We stay in
traction.
theme. Wait till
And I feel
NFL
a lot of
season
shit.
start. You know what I mean? We
But
got the football
yeah,
jerseys up
man,
here too
if
and all of
y'all
that.
watching
Football
the
medallions,
game is
everything,
almost
man.
over. Jesus is
So
watching it live.
for
We have
our
story
last story,
dedicated today for the World
we're
Cup.
gonna talk
So I
about
got the World Cup
an
shirt on
NFT
right
project that I
now. We
don't think
got
I ever talked about.
Argentina and Spain
And I
medallions
ain't
up
think they
along
was
with the
gonna make a
Lionel Messi
comeback.
statues. You know what I mean? So
But they
stay in theme,
following
man. Stay in
in the
theme
footsteps of
until the
Pudgy
NFL
Penguins,
season
okay?
starts. You know
So
what I mean? We
Pudgy
got the
Penguins,
football
they had a
jerseys up
mobile
here too
game.
and all the football
They actually
medallions and
just wrapped
everything.
up that mobile game.
So
It was Pudgy Party. They just wrapped it up,
for our
you know.
last story,
They still got the
last story,
desktop version, but the mobile is
we're
done.
gonna talk about
But Loaded
NFT project
Lions,
that
which
I
is
don't
a
think I ever talked about.
Crypto.com NFT
And I
project,
ain't
which is
think
crazy.
they was
Matter
gonna
of
make
fact,
a
one of my
comeback.
first NFTs was a
But
soccer
now
NFT on
they made
Crypto.com.
a
I ain't
special
go
for the
front. I
Penguins.
need to check the value of
But the
that right now,
Penguins, they had
actually.
a mobile game.
Damn, I
They
forgot
actually
about
just
yo.
wrapped
There's
up.
so many NFTs I bought. I
Pudgy
done
Party
forgot
just wrapped
about.
up.
I just saw some
We still got the
earlier in my browser this
desktop
weekend,
version.
man. Like, damn, I forgot about that. You know what I'm
You
saying?
saw
But
it
Loaded
NFT in your
Lions,
browser.
I mean, one
crypto.com,
of the platforms that I was buying my
matter of fact, one
NFTs
of my
on. You
first
know what I'm saying? I just saw
NFT
them on
was a
browser. Like, oh
soccer
shit, I
NFT
forgot about that. So
on
yeah,
Crypto.
let's talk about it, man. So
Check
Loaded
the track
Lions, the
that right now.
flagship NFT collection for
Damn,
Crypto.com, is
so many
bringing its
NFTs I bought
Web3
I
gaming
forgot about.
ecosystem to a much larger audience with the launch of Main City Mobile on the Apple App Store and Google Play. Now open for pre-registration in more than 100 countries, the mobile version delivers the full strategy experience that has attracted players for over 3 years, including city building, real-time player versus player battles, territory expansion, fraction warfare, and in-game marketplace. Unlike the browser version, the mobile release will operate on a separate server, giving every new player a fresh start with a balanced economy and equal opportunity to compete. So the game remains free to play with optional in-game purchases, while Season 3 is currently offering a $750,000 prize pool across 12 Blitz events after distributing more than $1 million in rewards since the launch. So I'm not even gonna lie, man. I didn't even know that they actually had a web game, like an actual web game. That's it right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the desktop version, you know, and looks pretty dope. So I guess this thing has some traction to the point where they decide to launch a mobile version. So with that being said, I'm curious to see how many. You know what? I know somebody who got a Loaded Lions. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to uh Shout out to my homegirl, man. She got married like a couple years ago. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna put her on blast, but while I was dealing with her, I put her on to crypto and NFTs, and she actually decided to buy a Loaded Lion. Out of all of the NFT projects, I don't know if she was drawn to that, but hey, it might be worth some money. But to know that they actually now have not just a desktop game, but a mobile game, I'm gonna follow this story to see if it's successful because Pudgy Penguins is a more notable NFT project, but their PUBG party game, their mobile game, they had to dead it because it wasn't that popular. I guess maybe it was the gameplay. Who knows? But I gotta ask my co-host, what's the thoughts? What's the thoughts? All right, this is the last story. Who want to take this? Oh shit, I don't see me on stage, but geez, go ahead and take this.
Uh,
Oh, we good.
yeah, I mean, something like this could be interesting where the gameplay is more solo, and when you reach a certain level, you unlock a certain tier,
Mm-hmm.
and that tier is like an NFT,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get access to physical items. Like I'm reading through this here, it's definitely talks a lot about NFTs
Mm.
and and like blockchain assets, like tokens that could be uh, you know
You can earn it.
rewarded or
Oh, okay.
earned.
Dope.
So there's definitely like already crypto elements in this game.
That's fire.
Uh,
Now I know you more of a gamer than me. What's your thoughts on how the user experience is? I know you just got on it, but what's your thoughts so far?
so I mean, it depends on the type of game that you like playing, but the reason why I said this game is cool because it's a tycoon style game.
Oh,
You know what those are?
where you can just like build out the world and stuff like that.
Yeah. So how you
Mhm.
saw what I showed you there, you just earn resources and level up, right? So
Mm.
that type of game
Mm-hmm.
is suitable for Web3 because don't earn like finite supplies. Like
Mm.
you might earn like this golden brick that might help you upgrade your area better than the dude that just earned the silver brick.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So now you have the game. Basically, what I'm saying is that this game is engineered to be blockchain crypto ready. It's
Dope.
not though, but
It's not got you.
uh,
They
but
just have in-game assets that are crypto rewards type shit.
correct.
Got you. All right, so that's a good point right there. That's a good point. I'm glad that you highlighted that this game is not built on chain, but you have the ability to earn digital assets, digital collectibles, such as NFTs, and you might just be able to get, who knows, the crow token. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Let's see if there's any other platforms like like Coinbase or Robinhood. I know Robinhood, they actually had an issue with one of their launch pads. Now I know you talked about this past Thursday, but you talked about Robinhood chain this past Thursday.
Hmm.
But they had their platform, which is equivalent to Pump.Fun.
Hmm.
They had an issue.
Yep.
They had a major issue with their platform. You know what I'm saying? That launched 85% of their meme tokens. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they came out the gate a little bit too early, a little bit prematurely with launching this launch pad, and it still had issues. It still had flaws in the protocol. You know what I'm saying? Or in the platform. So yeah, man. But you got to fall forward sometimes and fail forward, and I still give Robinhood a lot of props for, them rebranding and just taking another approach to cleaning up their act, man. Because they caught a bad rap with the meme stock, you know, issue that happened in 2020, 2021 with GameStop and AMC. So, nah, Cheese, I appreciate your take on that, man. You know what I mean? Getting real time data on the game. Blue, what's your thoughts on Loaded Lions? And because I know you be in the trenches with the meme coin in the crypto NFT community, do you know anybody who got Loaded Lions? Do you got any Loaded Lions? And Blue, if you can hear me, it look like we having some connecting, some connection issues. We having some connection issues, y'all. But we live on Twitter, we live on Instagram, we live on YouTube. I appreciate everybody tapping in today. If you listening to us and watching the game at the same time, you know what I'm saying? We gonna see if this game goes into overtime. It looks like it is, man. But Blue, when you get a chance, share your thoughts. And if you can share your thoughts, we're gonna wrap up this pod so we can get to the World Cup to watch the last, few minutes of the game. Yeah, man. We are having technical difficulties. Yo, Twitter, X, get y'all shit together, y'all. You know what I'm saying? This ain't right, man. It's the second week in a row y'all been super janky, man. I might have to start looking at another platform to do our spaces on. You know what I'm saying? Even though we already established here, we've been doing this 127 episodes. That's a nice amount of episodes, man. You know what I'm saying? 127. And past 2 weeks we had technical difficulties, but we're gonna keep it moving regardless. I say all that to say this, man. Tap in to stay informed. Tap in to the cryptocrew.com. Go to the newsletter page. Subscribe to the newsletter. It's only $5 a month, right? So, shout out to all the subscribers. So, you will be receiving your newsletter this evening. Worst case scenario, you might get it tomorrow, but either which way, you're gonna get it every week. You know what I'm saying? So you can stay informed on what's going on in crypto and Web3. Okay. All right. So shout out to Marlon because we are going on tour. Shout out to Tia. We're gonna. You know what? I want to mention some of the cities and the tour dates. All right. So let's talk about that, man. And shout out to our guy Just Cheese, man. He's gonna be one of the speakers at Atlanta Tech Week, and I believe Blue, she's gonna be a speaker as well. You know what I'm saying? So super thrilled and happy and proud that both of my co-hosts will be doing something specifically just for Atlanta Tech Week. And I believe they're gonna set it off here. The first day, I believe, will be set it off here at the Rice Center. All right. So for those watching, I'm gonna hold up my iPad so you can see the flyer for the Block Party South tour. All right, I'm gonna hold this up right quick. This is what this looks like. Okay. So we're gonna be posting this on social media. So the Block Party South tour is coming soon. The first day, and it's all gonna be on Saturdays too. So there's no excuse, y'all. It's Saturdays, man. Hopefully y'all shouldn't be working on Saturdays. If so, hopefully you'll get off in time to pull up. No matter if you're in Atlanta and if you follow us, you want to be a part of this. I don't know how many people will be pulling up as far as ABC members, but I know I'm definitely gonna be one of the people there. I know Cheese is gonna be one of the people there. I know Blue, she should be one of the people there. Tia, definitely. Marlon. So the tour dates go down like this. First city we gonna hit, and this is all in Georgia, y'all. All right, so we not nationwide yet, but we gotta start in our own backyard. The first place we going to is Augusta, so that's August 15th. That's Saturday. All right, so that's the week after InvestFest. All right, so shout out to everybody going to InvestFest. Shout out to EYL.
Breaking news.
Oh, breaking news!
Spain just scored the first goal.
Spain just scored the first goal in real time, and it looks like the Drake curse is in full effect, y'all. He bet on Argentina, and it looks like Spain has scored. And now, was this overtime or was this the last?
Yeah, we're in overtime. So,
how much time we got left, Chief?
Argentina has Argentina has until 1:20. So basically 14 minutes.
Okay. Pressure Argentina, man. Y'all gonna put a point up on the board because y'all can tie it. Somebody gonna have to do something, man. If not, look like Spain gonna win, man. So both my co-hosts, y'all make any bets on Calcio or anything like that?
Nope.
All right. Well, hey, hopefully your team wins. All right. So I appreciate the breaking news, Cheese. All right. So the next city we gonna pull up to on August 22nd is Athens. All right, so Athens, be on the lookout for us. We're gonna have some dope t-shirts too. We're gonna be out there repping hard. So it's ain't gonna be hard to miss us, man. We gonna go out there in the caravan of cars, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be out there like the UN. The way we might have some flags on the cars, or some magnets or something. You know what I mean? But we gotta represent. So on August 29th, that's a day Michael Jackson died. August 29th. The reason why I know that is the day before my daughter's birthday. My youngest daughter, she's turning 22. All right, so Savannah, we will be out there. You know, I'm looking forward to going to Savannah. You know, these cities I've never been through. The only cities I've been to was Macon's last one. But that's why I'm looking forward to going on this tour because I've never been to these cities. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be pretty dope. Been out here in Georgia for 30 years and I've never been to Savannah. So I'm looking forward to going to Savannah specifically. So that's Saturday, August 29th. So September, we not going anywhere, but all roads lead to Block Party South, okay? So September 9th, Saturday is going down, Block Party South. Please pull up. This is going to be super lit. I'm looking forward to this. We're going to be Web3 wavy. You know, the food going to be amazing. You know, the vibes is going to be super litty. Looking forward to it, man. You know, I'll be live recording the whole event. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be a Stand with Crypto, event too. Also, in October, this tour is going from August to October. So we're not going away in September. We're having a block party. But Columbus, October 10th. Okay, October 10th. That Saturday, we will be in Columbus. I've never been to Columbus, so I'm looking forward to that. And the last city that we're going to be pulling up to is Macon on October the 24th. Okay, so I'm going to tell you like this, man. That's 4 days before my birthday. So we going to end it off right. Block Party South Tour. ABC, Stand with Crypto. We're working on some more sponsors, getting this shit popping. So we appreciate NFT for making this happen, along with Stand with Crypto. And definitely shout out to ABC and Marlon, man. You know what I mean? For making this thing a reality, man. You heard? Just Cheese, any closing thoughts? Anything you want to say? Shout out to Jay Rich too, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking forward to that content that you're going to put out. You know, gearing up.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you what it looks like in a bit. But nah, not much. Just gotta get ready for Tuesday. Also about to put out a content series that me and War Baby have been working out. So the first episode of that comes out tomorrow.
Dope.
This is for Block Voices for Martha's Vineyard. So looking forward to you guys seeing that.
Block Voices, man. Martha's Vineyard, man. That's going down in the fall. Shout out to NFT because she is one of the finalists. All right. Now, Cheese is part of this cohort program too. But Tuesday, we pulling up to support NFT so she could take another trophy back to the A, man. You know what I'm saying? Have another notch under her belt when it comes to pitch competitions. You know what I mean? So we going to go out there full effect. I'm going to have the DocuHero shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Representing. Because, that's the co-host, man. You know what I mean? She's on here today too, man. But listen, she's out there smoking shit, man. She only been president for Stand with Crypto for a couple of months, and she already made a huge impact. You know what I'm saying? Huge impact, for real, man. So shout out to her. We're going to be supporting her Tuesday. And she's going to be out there with a Skylark scavenger hunt. Looking forward to that too, man. We got some 3D printed items for people. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be super dope, man. You never know what you might win, so pull up so you can participate. And hopefully you'll go home with a dope 3D printed item. You heard? So with that being said, man, we're going to enjoy the rest of this World Cup. Shout out to Spain. They scored the first goal. I ain't going to nowhere far, man. I might go to West End right quick, that place where we went last week. You know what I'm saying? Where the South African joint was. You know what I mean? Might pull up for that. See the game there.
Oh.
Yeah. Might see the game there, man. But yeah, y'all enjoy.
By the time you get there, the game will be done.
Yeah, it might be, but fuck it. Hey, you know what I mean? It's worth it, man. But yo, y'all take care. Y'all enjoy. Y'all Sunday. Enjoy the rest of the World Cup. Man, enjoy the rest of this summer. Summer blew by. The kids going back to school another couple of weeks. Man, this is your boy T Gold. We got Blue. We appreciate Blue holding down the Twitter spaces because this shit been janky for any Android users. And unfortunately, I'm an Android user, so I can't start the spaces. So Twitter, get your shit right so we can get this on point. All right? Cheese. Anything else? Or that's it, man?
That's... Hold on a second. Do we have a live? situation about to brew? You have a situation about to brew? Are we about to brew? About to cook? Nah, never mind. Alright, never mind, guys. I thought we had a live development of Spain actually about to take a shot at the goal, but no, we don't. So on that note, I wish everybody have a good week, and hope everybody has a good rest of your weekend. Stay tuned to some of the stuff we got going on between ABC. We got the Block Party South coming up. We got Pitch Fest. We got pitches coming up, and we got everything we cooking, straight cooking over here. So thanks everybody.
That's right, man. We're gonna continue cooking. Shout out to everybody who subscribed to the TCK newsletter. You know what I'm saying? You'll be getting that soon. And shout out to Mint and Marquee, our 3D printing company. All of this dope 3D printing items that you see, man, is for sale, man. So go to our website, mintandmarquee.xyz. That's the game. It's a wrap.
Oh, that's the game now.
Spain won.
That's 2-0.
They just scored again?
Unless they're not gonna count this.
Oh, it may not count this, man. So, yeah, like I said, man, we wrapping it up. We gonna enjoy the rest of the game, y'all. It's your boy T Gold, TCK Web3 News, episode 127. We out. Peace.